안녕하세요, Cody입니다. 오늘은 volley. Hello everyone, tennis coach Cody here. Tonight we're going to talk about the forehand and backhand volley and two aspects of the forehand and backhand volley. Those aspects being how to create power on your volley and how to place your volley. And as you can see, tennis coach Cody fans, I put on a new grip. I know one of you commented on my dirty grip the last videos, so I have a nice new grip tonight. Here we go, guys. Let's talk about the volley. We're going to talk about how to place the volley cross court, in the middle, and down the line for the forehand volley. So first step, let's just review a few things. You want that continental grip for the volley. You want your knees bent, your elbows out, racket head up, back straight, and now you're in your volley position. So when your opponent hits you that ball, you want to split step once you see them strike or contact the ball. Once you then split step and you see it's a forehand volley, you're then going to pivot a little bit to the right. As you can see here, the eyes of my racket, the strings, if I pivot about 45 degrees, they're facing cross court. So once I contact that ball in front of me, that ball will be going cross court. So once I do my pivot 45 degrees to the right and I see that ball coming in on my right side, hips and shoulders are turned 45 degrees, I'll give a little step forward and my volley should go cross court. Boom. So, went cross court right at my targets. As I turn a little bit more now, my opponent hits that ball onto my right side, the forehand side. Boom, I split step. I want to hit this one down the middle. I'm playing doubles. I turn just a little more. Now as you can see, the eyes of my racket are facing straight ahead at the down the middle target. Then I just, boom, push right into it with my elbows remaining out, knees bent, propelling myself forward, stepping, and boom, driving that ball right at that target, right in the middle of the court. This is a good one used for doubles. Pound in the middle, the opening. So now, the last spot, I'll slide a little bit more to the right here. I want to hit the ball now down the line. So I do my split step. Now I'll turn about almost 90 degrees or pivot. See how I'm pivoting on my toes? About 90 degrees. Now the eyes of my racket, the strings, hips and shoulders are turned. The eyes are facing now down the line. Elbows are still out in front of my torso, very important. Now I'm gonna push right into that volley to get my racket head out and extend my arm a little bit to then drive that ball down the line. So now I do my split step, about almost a 90-degree pivot to the right. Hips and shoulders are turning. Elbows are still in front of my torso. Left hand's on the throat. Boom. Eyes of the racket facing right at my target, as you can see there. So that's how you direct the ball, give the ball direction, placement for the forehand volley. So we just talked about the three different placements for the forehand volley: cross court, down the middle, and down the line. How to hit those positions and place the ball there. Now we're going to talk about how to place the ball cross court, down the middle, and down the line for the backhand volley, following the same steps. Okay, so starting with cross court, the cross court backhand volley. And now your opponent hits that ball, you're going to split step, boom, pivot to the left, just a little bit, about 45 degrees. Left hand remains on the throat, preventing that backswing. Left elbow up. Now once the ball is right in front of you, the strings again should be facing cross court at your target with just a little 45-degree turn. Then you're going to push forward, and let's see here. I'm going to, boom, drive that volley, cross court. Left elbow will move back. Right arm will move those strings forward and at that cross court target. So let's get into a quick detail on what not to do to hit that ball cross court. So as you backswing more, the strings will face more forward, and then your arm is disconnected from your body, decreasing the amount of power you can create in either your forehand volley or your backhand volley. So you want to just do a little turn, keeping your elbows in front of your body, not disconnecting your arm from your body. Then you'll hit late. If you want to hit that ball cross court, you do a backswing, you're going to hit that ball down the line without even meaning to, or down the middle where you don't want to hit. I see this so often in clinics. People backswinging, and then it makes you ultimately lose control of your volley, and you don't want that. So no backswing, elbows out, just turn your body to move your racket. So a 45-degree turn to hit that ball. Boom, cross court. Now moving to the second position where we want to hit, giving that ball direction, we're going to hit down the middle. So the turn is just a little bit more, tiny bit more to the left. Hips and shoulders just pivot a little bit more to the left. Ball is coming in. You already did your split step and your pivot. Now you, boom, drive that ball right down the middle at your target. So now the last position is the down the line volley. So we aren't going to hit the ball down the line by backswinging. We're going to hit the ball by just turning a little bit more, hitting the ball just a little bit later, directing the ball down the line. So the eyes of the racket will face straight ahead at our target, almost a 90-degree turn now, just as we talked about with the forehand volley. About a 90-degree turn, and now we're going to push forward and boom, drive that ball right down the line. Yeah, direct it at our opponent's feet if we're playing doubles. That is how to give the ball direction on our forehand and backhand volley. We're going to talk about how to create more pop and power in your forehand and backhand volley. So if you hit a volley but you aren't getting the pop you quite need, this is the video for you. This is what you need to watch to add a little more pop to your volley, forehand or backhand side, to finish that point at your opponent's feet or in the opening. So step number 1, elbows out, knees bent. You need those knees bent to load elastic energy in your legs. So the straighter you are, the less energy that's loaded. So when you're at the net, you want your knees nice and bent here. Okay? After this happens, you see it's a forehand volley. You're going to do your split, your pivot to the right. I'm going to hit that volley cross court. And now there's a lot of energy loaded here in my left and right leg here. Now you're going to focus. So for the forehand volley, you want to step with your left foot. Backhand volley, right foot. Okay? So for the forehand volley, once you load your energy and split stepped, pivoted to the right, your weight is now going to be distributed on your right foot, the dominant side of the volley. Once the ball is in front of you now, you're going to propel yourself forward into the ball, pushing the energy and your weight from your right leg into your left leg, and that's how you create most of the power for the forehand volley. You can still add a little bit more power from extending your right arm and using your shoulder to get it to a straightened position, adding a little bit more power. But most of the power is going to be loaded in the legs, the elastic energy, transferring forward, pushing your weight into that ball. So now, let's go right into the backhand side. It's the exact same steps. So the knees, the legs aren't straight. Your legs are going to be loaded, loading the elastic energy again. Do your split step, your pivot to the left now. Now the weight is going to be loaded in the left leg. Most of the weight here, ready to push forward into the right foot, transferring the elastic energy and your weight forward into that volley. So let's do a quick example here. Weights loaded here. Most of your weight, I'd say about 80% of your weight, 80-90% of your body weight on the left leg, and throwing your weight forward into that backhand volley. And that's how you're going to create most of your power. It's from the weight transfer, the elastic energy, shooting forward into your backhand volley. You can also get power on the backhand side from, again, extending your right arm into that volley, and also the equal and opposite force, the old reliable, the left arm, staying up on the backhand side and throwing the left elbow back. I like to say that to my students, it's like you are elbowing your a sibling or a friend. As the right arm goes forward, the equal and opposite force, the left arm, will go back. Stepping. We also talked about this briefly in the beginner volley video. How the right arm goes forward, the left elbow goes back, and the right foot steps forward. So that is how to create power on the forehand and backhand volley, winning and finishing that point, not just continuing the point, but finishing it with that extra pop. We're also going to make another playlist in our channel. It's going to be answering to you guys, the subscribers. So our first video that we're going to answer to is the 3 different types of follow-throughs, and that's going to be coming up in the next few days. So keep commenting on any of your tennis questions that you want us to answer, and we'll answer them in a video. Thank you all. 안녕히 가세요. 구독, 좋아요. Bye.